Wait, what? What do you mean the CTO wants me to come justify selecting Svelte Kit as our next framework for building out the web? This guy doesn't even write software. No, he doesn't even code. He's a no-code CTO. How would he ever know?
Boom! Welcome back to the channel. Keith, it's Guys here. More and more, we're reading about all these no-code CTOs. Strikingly an oxymoron because it doesn't really make any sense at the surface level. However, a lot of very prominent CTOs are admitting that they've never written a line of code in their life, which can oftentimes create some rather unfortunate situations. This video is going to nab how to resolve for the no-code CTOs becoming more of a low-code CTO and the things that they ought to pay attention to, things that are going to help resolve matters quickly, efficiently with their engineers. 3 things for all of you no-code CTOs out there, things that you can do with your team right now to fix that unfortunate situation to become more of a low-code CTO. Okay, number 1, this is a very simple one. Always be tracking commits, pull requests, merges, especially larger ones, especially large features, chunks of work that have recently driven forward with maybe 2 or 3 of your engineers that you've put together to drive that feature. Pay attention to the pull requests. Watch the code as it comes in. Be cognizant of all the dialogue, the comments, the things that your engineers are writing surrounding those pull requests so that you're always up to date, so that you can make more intelligent decisions about any blockers that might arise from the code, anything that's not quite up to the spec that was dreamed up or the spec that was kind of codified in some other system that you've got. But pay attention to the pull requests. Okay, number 2, this is a really good one too. Always just be that forward-thinking person that's very cognizant of here's where our team is, here are the frameworks, the technologies, the software that we're building now, and what's up and coming right around the mountain. Be right there, be understanding it, be reading about it now, so that when the opportunity arises to choose a different software technology, boom, you're already up to speed on this. You can already make some very intelligent decisions on what to drive forward with, and hey, sometimes, often, maybe what to ignore. Because a lot of times, as CTOs, as people at that really C-level of the company, there's so many of our other engineers, our other teammates that come with a very powerful talk, very powerful dialogue, and a lot of energy behind a technology. Just make sure that you're able to have your eyes set on the horizon and know whether choosing that technology, regardless of how hard it's being pushed from your engineers, is the right decision for the company. Number 3, I'm going to leave you. This is the best piece of advice, and here it is very succinctly. Become a low-code CTO. It is no buzzword that does anyone any benefit, especially from an engineering perspective, from an engineering mindset, knowing that, hey, the CTO is a no-code CTO. I mean, come on. At the end of the day, these people ought to become low-code CTOs, and they can really get started back with point 1 by following pull requests, by watching the code, by watching the castle being built and seeing how it's being built. It can oftentimes be a very quick foray into maybe a small project of the CTO's own, just something to get started, to get the finger muscles going, to start writing a little bit of code, just to, again, capture that perspective, to be in the mindset of your engineers, to be right there building the features out with the engineers through the product folks. It's going to do so much, even just writing or being able to write very small lines of code. It could be baby code by any engineer's standpoint. The point is to have the muscle memory right there to be able to contribute to the software, even if it's just at a very surface level. Sprinkling little bits here and there. If you can do this as a CTO, as a low-code CTO, it's really going to bode so well, not just for the respect of the whole team, but also for painting that larger picture, for being able to work with more of your engineers to drive bigger features. So often we see projects that are over here and they ought to be over here. Well, now, if you as a CTO can just write a little bit of code or even work kind of with your engineers at a more technical level with it, maybe it's through PRs and pull requests, etc., to get the code base back over here where it ought to be. At the end of the day, that's really a slam dunk for you as a CTO. Hey, if you love all this advice, of course, subscribe, smash that like button. We love hearing back from all y'all. Catch you in the next one. Ciao.